Teachers Day 2024 is being celebrated worldwide. So today in Nigeria, we are on Teachers Day public holiday. Today, I have so many guests, three guests with me, a lady and two other guests, teachers, born teachers, who have been teaching for years. And they are also parents. From Air TV, you trust us that we always come every time to come and give you the latest information on education. Today, we're going to talk with some teachers to express their mind concerning teaching. Today, Teachers Day is one of the days that we appreciate as a management of Air TV. You know what we do in Air TV? Nigerian First Internet Radio and Web TV on education. I remain your host, Abifab, on this program. Thank you. Join me.
Air TV Africa.
Air TV Africa, guiding your intellectual journey.
Unlock the world of education and enlightenment.
Stay informed, inspired, and entertained.
Air TV Africa, the pulse of education.
Yes, welcome back to today's series, Teachers Day celebration on Air TV Africa. I have my teachers here and I have parents here also with me who want to discuss the importance of teachers in this nation. How fair is the teachers? Are they properly taken care of? As you're watching me, join us in this conversation, in this discussion, to know how our teachers are being faring. I have by my side, Madam, let's meet you.
My name is Ibukun and Busola.
You're welcome. Here next.
I am Ibukun.
Next.
Ibukun.
Yes, guys, I have a lady with me and two gentlemen here who want to discuss, like I said earlier, the importance of.
Yes, sir.
Have you taught before?
Yes, sir.
When and what class did you teach?
From GS1 to GS3.
GS1 to GS3.
Yes, sir.
You taught what subject?
Agricultural science.
So what's your experience?
No, it's okay because I didn't study education before.
Okay.
But I just myself in that field because I applied for Empower then.
Okay.
So before there I was in school, I was like, I like this, but once I meet this principal then and just give me support that you can do it now. So you go to school and then. But my first day in class, those students they give me morale because I just took them and they were okay. So I enjoyed
And
it
that was the experience for a year.
for a year.
Now you are no more a teacher, you are not in the classroom. What can you say about teaching?
Well, I can say teaching is very good because teaching is very, very okay. Because most without teaching you can't go a long way.
Without teaching, you can't go a long way.
Can't go a long way.
Okay, I'll come back to you. Madam, like I already asked Dayon, I want to ask you also, have you taught before?
Yes, I have, and I'm actually an educator. So
Okay.
I did teaching practice for business edu and
Okay.
teaching practice for early childhood. And I've taught for maybe close to 3 or 4 years now. So teaching has been amazing. I won't say teaching is something that is stressful. One thing is if you enjoy teaching, you teach from the whole of your heart, even if you're not being paid well. But my experience with children has been amazing because there are some children that even if you are not really strengthened to teach, they'll give you those moral aspects to teach because they're eager to learn. So that's one thing I say about teaching. Even at your own point, you must be ready, the children too must be ready to balance it all.
I can see the way you talk like a born teacher. Yes, she's a born teacher. There's this say that the reward of teacher is in heaven. Do you also support that?
I don't support that because I believe teachers should be appreciated here on it. Everybody will be rewarded in heaven. That's the real truth. So let us not be given all those crap lies that will be rewarded in heaven. Here on earth, let us enjoy the reward. Every little pain you have to appreciate teachers, let's do that. Because those that are imparting to your child needs to be encouraged one way or the other. Because the more they are being encouraged, the more your child will grow and study more. And they're able to say, oh, your mother has been appreciating me in one way or the other. I need to give you the best. And you must come out to be the best.
Yes. Thank you. Mr. Ibukun, you're also a born teacher. If you look at the way you have been teaching and to this present moment, your experience, can you share a few experiences as a teacher as we are celebrating Teacher Day today? Was it really worth it? the reward, is it now, later, or is in heaven?
But taking your question from the first point first
Yeah.
and linking it with what my fellow colleagues here have said, I will say it is of no use to celebrate a teacher's day that we actually don't know the parameters
Okay.
that has played before our formation as teachers.
Okay.
A teacher role has to be understood that every age has its own peculiarity. The 21st century teacher is unlike the 20th century teacher. So taking your first question, I would say my experience as a teacher has proved to me that we as stakeholders in the lives of every child in the society, we need to understand that we have moved from a generation that appreciated teachers to a generation that doesn't know the value of teachers. And what do I mean by that? We belong to an age where parents see teachers as liabilities. And what from a year of parents making reference to teachers as cowards whenever they discipline their child. Is that how you were brought up? Blah blah blah. Now, to your other question, where every teacher has this mentality, which is correct, and that is the fact that no one can pay a teacher. We as teachers, we build a nation, and if you think that as a teacher you can be paid, so it is a two-way dimensional facultical thinking. You can never be paid as a teacher, one, and secondly, if you as a teacher you are expecting to be rewarded immensely for whatever service you are giving to a child, then you have gotten it wrong. So we have to come to a point where we balance the fact that first, the government has to play their part, and secondly, the teacher has to play their part. So once the two sides are playing a part on a parallel basis, we are going to have a better nation. We are nation builders. You can never have a nation where a teacher or the teachers are relegated to the background and you expect that nation to be an advancing nation. Check the nations of the world. Start with Singapore, start with Finland, go to Denmark. We appreciate these developing countries, or better still, developed countries to be precise. But do you know that they have paid immensely to the education system? The way they appreciate teachers in Germany, appreciate teachers even in the Caribbean aspect of our world. We can't compare it with the way they handle them in West Africa. So generally, I would say teachers need to be more appreciated. The remuneration given to teachers in this part of the world is far beyond what should be given to a teacher. But we still need to manage it. We know that whatever we sow, we are like farmers. I was going through a documentary some months ago, and I came across the statement that as a farmer, you need to sow, read and wait for whatever you have planted. You can't compare a teacher to a doctor. The effect of a doctor is easily felt. I am sick, I am having this pain. The doctor prescribes a drug and you take it and you get better immediately. But for a teacher, you have to wait for years, 20 years, 25
comes
years.
out.
So you just imagine that kind of labor. So you're a farmer, you have to wait for it. So I don't think any teacher should be, aware of teachers going on strike. It is an eyesore. We look at the present situation. We have the age limit now to be around 25, 27. Now, using my own younger sister as an example now, because when you say teachers, we are not restricting it to the primary or secondary school. The lecturers are also teachers out there. Now, my own younger sister wrote a JAMB in 2020. After some time, the COVID-19 natural disaster took in, and after that, they also went on strike for 8 months. Now, a girl who wrote JAMB in 2020 is just entering part 2 in 2024. So just
2 years wasted.
Yeah, 2 years wasted. Now, I'm just trying to bring out the point that when you go on strike as teachers, you are actually prolonging the years, the years of productivity that these children should have garnered. There is a way, so we have to come to that consensus that we as teachers, we cannot be fully appreciated. Our reward, as a teacher, I am still a young teacher, but I have benefited a lot. As in my last experience, I was with a parent, and that parent was saying something, although it's just a way of digressing it, was saying something about pushing the child forward. No, my child is having issues. Can you help me do this and that? A lot of malpractice, let us just give it the time. So I was trying to advise the parent that no, this girl that you want to help today to just write the exam. Tomorrow will come, she will be in need of it. She will have to stand. She will have to be a voice. She will be there.
Yeah.
Now, once that child, once our education has been truncated at that very early stage, you have actually removed from the manpower of the nation. You have terminated the process that should have formed our nation. You don't know what a child will become. Imagine if Barack Obama has had a shabby form of education. So what will it become? What will it have to offer the American citizens? Now imagine if the likes of Martin Luther has become a type that has a big foundation education-wise. What will you have become? So let me not just become a storyteller because I'm taking longer than expected.
Thank you.
But let us just put it this way. They cannot be fully appreciated. Let us do our part and let us know that we are doing it on the long run if you care. Thank you very much.
Yes, Uncle Buko said teachers cannot be appreciated. He said teachers going on strike does not want it. Why do you want to go on strike? You are nation builders. But what we have in our nation presently has gone upside down. Teachers go on strike, medical doctor go on strike. In fact, the worst we ever had was when policemen threatened to go on strike. That is the worst episode. These are security people, these are nation builders. So today, as we are celebrating teachers, we greet all the teachers all over the world. We celebrate you with all our hearts. Here, TV staff, management, and crew, and all these people in the studio, seen and unseen, we say thank you to all teachers. Because we all pass through teachers, are the teachers, and it's also a teacher. Thank you. Now, Mr. Dayo, can you share any of your experience with your teachers when you were in school? Maybe good teachers, a bad teacher, or average teacher. Can you remember any of them by name or?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
So when I was in PS3, I can remember very well. So my account teacher, Mr. Adekoya,
Okay.
now is now in accounting office. So
Okay. Okay.
Then when he's taking us accounting, so you want everybody to vote to get what he's teaching us. So you just sit down, you stand up, and something for you. So if you don't get it, you plug in. So once you're having the class, you're having his class.
You must concentrate.
But that's really helped me a lot because I studied accounting, I studied English, so accounting related. So I really enjoy it and I love the class.
So you still remember this man till now? Can you see now? This young man also remembering one of the teachers. So the teachers, don't say you are forgotten. You cannot be forgotten. A day will come, that child, that boy, that girl will raise up and buy you a car, build you a house. So I still support the motion that the reward of teacher is not in heaven. It's on this earth. Busola, I still come to you. Now, can you say boldly that if your child grow up and say, I want to become a teacher, you encourage him or her?
And yes, I will, because it's a choice. Teaching is a passion, so you can't stop anybody from whatever they want to do. If they choose that, they will do well in their field. You catching them saying, this is what I want you to do, is not actually the best because you're not bringing the best out of them. So if the child comes up and say, I want to be a teacher, encourage you or her that you can go for this, you can do your best. Don't depend on the economic system. There are other ways teachers actually get their salaries, apart from the normal salaries you get. Their lessons, their other online teaching, other things. So you can't deprive the child and say no because the educational system in Nigeria is bad. Don't do it. People are actually making, some people are earning in dollars right here in Nigeria. So if she decides to take teaching as a profession, that's fine. Teaching as a profession actually can take her out of the country also too. So we can't deprive them of their profession.
Thank you, Uncle Ibukun, born teacher, another born teacher now. If you have the opportunity, because I see in you love teaching, you love your nation, you love your country, will you want to go and teach outside the country?
That's a question to laugh about. So
yes. We should. Yes, I want us to laugh so that this face is too strong.
Now the question is, why should I go and teach in another country when my own nation has not been teached? You know that as a teacher, you actually depend on the nation. And once you go to another nation to teach, what you have just done is, let us start by saying that every child in any community, let us come to the unit of a nation, community. Every child in every community is actually going to take over the community as
Future leaders.
yes, thank you. So if you don't fix a child now, he is going to scatter the community later. So if I'm going to another country to teach, I'm fixing their children to take over. So Nigeria is already a problem already. They can't expect him to go to a place that is already good enough.
Yeah.
It's like a shoemaker going to a place where they don't need shoes. So I'm here, I'm a shoemaker. This Nigeria is sitting on the gunpowder presently. So leaving this country for a better world. Where if I'm going there, it is good to go and get more information, more foundation. Okay, go and settle down.
You know, viewers, the reason why I'm asking Okiboko this question, recently I saw on media where the foreign, Canadian, UK, and possibly German government or German agency came to Nigeria, were recruiting Nigerians, and it was on social media. They were asking for this certificate, and I saw Nigerians applying in thousands. And I asked myself, do we have enough? These people already have enough. They have the technology to teach. Then these people want to leave this same country where we don't have enough, where we are complaining, to go and join European countries. I felt for these nations. I felt for Nigeria. I said, no, which way out, Nigeria? Now, I don't want to take time because today is Teachers Day. I would have loved to be here for the next 2-3 hours asking questions and finding solutions. But we'll come another to find solutions because we are celebrating Teachers Day today. I want us to celebrate. I want us to relax. Now, I want the 3 guests, starting from Dayo, prefer solution to what is happening. Ibukun, Uncle Ibukun started by telling us some things. I want to, as we are ending up, because today is Teachers Day, we don't want to talk much, we only want to celebrate teachers, that you teachers are doing well. I was taught from primary to secondary to tertiary institution. Till this moment, I still teach even as a parent. Once in a while, I teach my children. Once in a while, I teach people around me. Once in a while, I teach my staffs. So I'm also a teacher. I accepted. I'm a teacher. But at this moment, I will start with you. Can you prefer solution to this headache we have in Nigeria about teaching, teachers, and schools? Just give us one solution, and we're happy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What I will say is that I will advise the government, our government, to pay more emphasis on education. Because our teachers, let me use private school as an example.
Yeah.
They pay very, very low, and they should try to pay them high. That can encourage them in their profession.
So what you're saying, Uncle Dayo said private school owners should pay teachers fine, pay teachers well. God bless you. That's your conclusion. And the government should government will intervene. Uncle Ibukun, now to you. I know you prefer solution earlier. Please prefer solution as we are rounding up to this issue of teacher not being paid well, teacher being owed salary, and the teachers not knowing their right as a teacher. A lot of things has gone wrong.
Well, I think every century has its own challenge. Our own century is also having a peculiar challenge. And just to buttress what my colleague here said, in our own perspective, I would think we need to diversify our education system. What we have is a garbage in, garbage out. Let me tell you the fact. Majority of today's teacher will actually end up pouring water in the basket if we stick with the system of education. I would love to say more on that, but there's no time for that.
Okay.
But let me just use 2 sentences to summarize what I'm trying to say. When a teacher teaches a child for the first time, after 4 or 5 years, the information passed will be lost. 60% of whatever we learn while in school, we end up not remembering it. And you get weakness. It's not everything we're taught that you remember. So, as a 21st century nation, we need to embrace creativity, talent. We need to embrace the innate potential of these children.
Okay.
So, as a teacher, don't focus more on you being paid. Harness the potentials of your kids. The way I teach, I have done something that I really have been happy with. I realize that the kids I teach have their own peculiar idiosyncrasies, and that has been a good help for me. How do I go about that? Every child has his or her own contribution. Once they contribute this and they contribute that in form of their creative differences, we can use that, we can turn that to money. So you as a teacher, you can be making money from bringing out the potentials of those kids. We publish stories online. We have a platform that is unique, that we are the only one running that platform for the past let's say year now. So that is part of the creative innovations we can get from your kids. So we should not depend on salary alone. We can also depend on the potentials that these kids are coming together. Then there's something called collaborative learning.
Okay.
We cannot just sit down and keep emphasizing that the government have to interfere. Yes, they have to interfere, but when they are not interfering, are we going to put our hands? So I think I will leave that for the audience to decide.
Yes, Uncle Ibukun spoke well. He said the kids must be interactive with teachers. Nowadays, we discover that a lot of teachers who are called teachers are not teachers. Economic situation pushes them to be teachers. Well, we are rounding up. We will come another day. I will also invite Uncle Ibukun to come and say that. When I go to my favorite guest among us, boost to to please round up for us. Give us your advice.
For me, I would just say the society at large, we should learn how to value ourselves. That's the most important thing, because if I value you, value me.
Okay.
The educational system is just all about we valuing ourselves.
Okay.
Because the country that does not value the teachers and value other professions over them has forgotten that the teachers are those that taught them and they gain knowledge from them. So I would just advise that as parents, as the society at large, as government, even the school owners should learn how to value teachers. No matter maybe their average, their sound, their not sound, whatever anybody that is making an impact to the society should be valued. That's the solution, because the moment we don't value ourselves here, we will see people still live here and go out of the country to go and to environment where they value them. Because people, I mean, naturally human, we are this kind of person that we want people to value them. We want everyone to value me as a person. If I see you're not valuing me, I'll see, let me go elsewhere to get a value. That's the most important thing. That is why we are saying that everything in the system is going bad. Because even in the bank, they still don't value some people. That's just it. It's everywhere. So the main thing is let us value each other so that we can progress the country and make it move forward. That's the most important.
She concluded by saying we need to value ourselves. We need to value teachers. We need to value those who taught our children. We need to value ourselves. She said not even only teaching, not only teachers are not valued. Even in banking, you get to some bank, they will leave you for hours, allow you to stay. You just keep looking. You get to some places, even security man can put you inside some for hours. We have lost value. Today is Teachers Day. Congratulations to all teachers. Congratulations to myself and congratulations to my guests. And those of you watching us, you're a teacher or you're not a teacher, congratulations to you because you passed through a teacher. Today, I draw the curtain of today's program on Ear TV program, Trending Nation on Education. I want to use this opportunity again to call on our viewers. Subscribe to Ear TV on YouTube, www.youtube.com/Ear TV Africa. Subscribe there and get all our videos every week where we come to your screen like this. Thank you. I remain your host on this program. In fact, my name. Bye for now.